Hello, I'm back. I was gone for quite a while. I didn't mean to be gone for so long. I'm glad to be back and be able to share these things with you guys finally. Some people have been asking me about foundation, and I've used a lot of foundations, and the results kind of vary, like, between company to company. A lot of people are saying they have trouble finding a foundation that will match. You want to find something that's going to match your complexion so you don't look like a clown. I've tried a lot of different things. What I've gotten lately is I have just purchased the Loreal True Match foundation. This has SPF 17 sunscreen in it, which kind of appealed to me because with our sensitive skin, we have to protect our skin from the sun. So it does help, at least it helps for me to have some sunscreen in my makeup. If I'm wearing makeup that day, I want to have, at least a little bit of SPF because I don't spend a lot of time out in the sun. I know I can't be out there, so I limit my time in the sun. And if I know I'm going to be out there, I will wear a hat or a jacket or whatever. I'm not a big fan of sunscreen. So, if I am wearing sunscreen, it's usually just on my face and I cover my arms. So anyway, I got this. It was buy one, get one free. So I picked it up. I thought, this might be a good idea because this particular line is made to mix the colors that they have available in order to create your own color that will match your complexion. Now, for me, I did not need to purchase more than one color, so I did not have to mix. I just bought the lightest color that they have available, which is W1 Porcelain. And this actually matches my skin color. I believe this matches me a lot better than most things that I have used. So I'm going to show you how I apply this foundation, which is a little bit different than other foundations that I use. Like I've used MAC Studio Fix. And the Studio Fix I apply with a brush. Now this is a liquid foundation, and it is very, very liquid. Like it is velvety. The way that this feels is like velvety, and it comes out the bottle like it just pours out. So you gotta be real careful, or you'll pour out the entire bottle. Like I was just a little bit surprised at how loose it is, but it is a blendable makeup, and that is why that's probably why it is so liquidy. Like it's meant to be blended with something else. I don't know. So anyway, here's what I do when I'm applying my makeup. I use a moisturizer. So today I'm using this is the Mark for Goodness Face. It's SPF 30 in this. That's why I like it, because I like my SPF. So I just apply this to my face, and the reason that generally the reason that I like to wear foundation is because I have redness in my face. Like, as you can see right now, I'm a red. Like, I have redness around, especially around my nose, and right here is redness. So I like to use foundation to even out my complexion. I don't necessarily have a problem with acne or blemishes. I mean, as far as I can see, like my skin, I feel my skin is pretty clear. I just have discoloration. So that's what I like to use foundation for, is for evening out my complexion. And I think that's really what foundation is for anyway. If you have a lot of discolored, parts like, scars or, just different spots and things that you want to cover, foundation is a good idea. Another option is probably to use a concealer to cover the spots that are bothering you. And either if that, fixes it with the foundation or the concealer, then use some powder, or if you need more coverage, use a foundation over the concealer and use powder. I mean, I can show y'all all this stuff, but I have, so many people ask me so many questions, and it's a different scenario for each person because everybody's skin is different. We have oily skin, normal skin, dry skin. You know, there's different types of foundation. This is a liquid. There's also powder foundations. There are, you know, cream foundations. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do to solve whatever issue that you're dealing with, or however you want to wear your makeup. Like some people don't want to deal with this liquid stuff, or, you know, they'd rather just press it on with some powder. So it's really just your preferences and your skin type and how you want to, you know, what kind of results you want to see. So, gee, I feel like I'm talking a whole lot and I don't want this video to be forever. So I've applied my moisturizer to my face, and this foundation, I'm just going to use my fingers because it is so light. Like it's not thick at all. So I'm applying it to my nose. That's where I start. And basically I just blend it. And this is my problem spot right here, is under my nose. It is very red. So basically that's my whole issue right there. It's just right here, is covering that redness, and under my eyes, where you can see through my skin. Like my skin is pretty transparent, you know. And a lot of people that I've seen that have albinism, some of y'all have really clear complexion. Like your skin is just consistent, you know. It's not a lot of discoloration. So a lot of y'all, or some of y'all, might not need to wear foundation. But you can see through my skin, and that's one thing. I mean, it just kind of bothers me. You can see the veins under my eyes. No big deal, right? I mean, it's probably just me just being self-conscious, but that's what I wear my foundation for. It's just evening out the color so that my skin just looks like it's one complexion. And really, yeah, you only have to apply the foundation to the spots that are inconsistent. There you go. I mean, I sometimes put it on my forehead too. And this is where you have to be careful. It's close to the hairline because, and especially with foundation that is slightly darker than your skin color, you have to blend it into your hairline, but not where you can like see it. I've had some pictures where you can see where the makeup stops. You know, you want to blend it well so you can't tell. That's what you want to be able to do. And, you know, I can't tell looking on this computer screen. I really should be using my mirror. It's just I don't want to have the mirror up in front of y'all. But you might not be able to tell looking on the computer. So basically, yes, that's what I do, is just apply it with my fingers for this particular type of makeup. And also on my chin. There's some redness on my chin. And blend it into your neck. That's where you want to. And I find that the True Match, L'Oreal True Match, I don't have to use a lot. And that's a good thing. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this blends so well. And, you know, it has good color payoff. You don't have to use a ton and build it a whole lot. I mean, unless you need to. So yeah, that's how you apply it. And to set it, I like to use a powder. Lately, I've just been using this Mark powder. It's the Mattenifficent Mark. It looks like this. The color I use is ivory, which is the lightest shade that they have available. And to apply this, I use a powder brush like this. And you just go like that and apply it to your entire face. And that's just to keep the foundation looking good, I guess. To set it for the day. And there you go.